Wow, I've been investing wrong this whole time and I just realized it. When it comes to the stock market, I've been investing in the wrong way since the very beginning, and I'm just now starting to realize that I should have been investing in different companies. With how volatile the market has actually been over the last couple of years, and especially here in the year 2020, I'm realizing now that I should have invested in companies that had life-changing technology. There's a lot of companies that I missed out on massive gains on because I was invested in the wrong stocks. With companies such as Tesla or Zoom or Square or Peloton, these companies that were set up to massively benefit from the changing times that we're in, I was not in a position to be able to take advantage of that. Now, I'm not saying that I wasn't able to get in early on some of these stocks and take advantage of some of the gains that they've had in just the past little while, but I wish I would have been in a position where it was actually a larger part of my portfolio in specific stocks like this, and I wasn't tied up in these other dumb stocks that I'm about to talk about. Early on, I thought that going for the companies that were a little bit safer and were well known were the better play. I didn't know what I was doing when it came to the stock market, and I invested in the wrong companies such as AT&T and Vodafone just because they produced big dividends, and other companies like Apple. Now, I'm not saying that Apple hasn't been on a phenomenal run the last little while, and I've made some very good profits off of that stock, but it's very unlikely that Apple is going to see massive gains like I would like to see in the next couple of years. Being that it already has a $2 trillion market cap, it's unlikely that that stock is going to double, triple, or maybe even 10x over just the next couple of years. And I mean, AT&T and Vodafone, what the heck was I thinking? Investing in these companies just because they spit out a nice fat dividend? That's not what I want. That's not what I wanted. I was looking at this because I thought, hey, dividends are great. Free money every single month or every single quarter or, over the year. That's a great thing to invest in, right? Because it's very similar to what real estate does for me in producing cash flow every single month. But I was looking at it the wrong way. The gains I'd be getting from these dividends and the potential growth of this stock is going to be absolutely peanuts compared to the growth and potential wealth building that I'd be able to get from a company that's going to be a little bit higher risk, but also much higher reward. I mean, trying to collect massive gains and dividends on $5,000 worth of these stocks is just not going to cut it. That's absolutely peanuts compared to what a company that can double, triple, or even 10x over the next couple of years is going to provide for me. I mean, as an example, I invested in NIO early on. I got into that stock earlier this summer, and I got in at roughly $12 on one of my purchases and about $21 on the other purchase, and now it's sitting at about $44 per share. I made a $2,900 investment into this, and I'm now sitting on an unrealized profit of $4,400. I keep looking back and thinking, man, if I'd invested just $10,000 into NIO, I could be sitting on an unrealized profit of $25,000, maybe $28,000, right? That's much bigger gain. That's way better than any dividends I would have gotten. That's a way bigger potential than what I would have been able to get on a stock such as AT&T or Vodafone or Apple even. Now, I know that this is a riskier play and I have a bigger chance of losing my money or having an investment that actually decreases in value, and I know that that's probably what you're thinking right now, but to be totally honest, I'd rather see that $2,900 get cut in half or maybe even go to zero altogether and have the potential on the flip side of doubling, tripling, or maybe even going 10x over the next couple of years. I'd much rather make that trade-off. I'd rather have big risk, big reward rather than just having a safe play. At this point in my life, I mean, trying to earn back $2,900, I'd have to work, another week to earn that back? I'd rather see that $2,900 disappear and take that risk of being able to get a stock that could potentially, turn that into $29,000 over the next couple of years. I mean, the chance of a company like AT&T or Apple doing that same exact thing is basically non-existent. It's just not going to happen. So for me, taking dividends and taking investment in these, so-called safe companies right now is just not the route that I want to take, and I'm just barely realizing this. So I guess the point of this video is really just to prompt you to also make the same consideration. I had just barely figured this out, and I've been invested in some of those companies for a couple of years. I actually just sold out of them earlier this week, and I'm glad that I did because now I can move those funds over into a company that has a higher risk and also a higher reward. I think this is going to pay off way better in the long run, and it fits my investing strategy much better. I think if you're young and you're looking to build wealth quickly, this is the better route to go. It's better to make a riskier investment that has the potential to really double, triple, or even 10x on your money rather than just invest in those safe stocks and build very slowly. I don't know about you guys, but I want to get rich and I don't want to do it slow. I don't want to wait till retirement age to be able to enjoy all of this hard work and all of these gains that I've made. So I want to be able to enjoy that earlier on, and I'm sure that you do too. And so, like I said, I sold off all of those shares that I owned in those companies that are just the safe play, and I'm now looking for a riskier investment that I can actually get a bigger gain on. I hope that you'll join me in this journey. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you want to learn more about money, real estate, and stocks, make sure to join me by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.